2017. A lawyer by profession, he had been the governor of the state of Bihar during August 2015 to June 2017, when he took over the highest constitutional office. Shri Kovid brought to the office a rich experience of working across the spectrum of the Republic, from the grassroots to the apex court and parliament. He has been an ardent champion of equality in society and integrity in public life. Shri Kovid was born in the village Paronk in Kanpur district of the state of Uttar Pradesh. Coming from a family of modest means, he lived a struggled life. He attended school and college in Kanpur. He first studied commerce and then attained his law degree from Kanpur University. Shri Kovid was elected as a member of the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the parliament, from Uttar Pradesh, effective from April 1994. He served 2 consecutive terms of 6 years each till March 2006. He addressed the United Nations General Assembly on 22nd October 2003 as a member of the Indian delegation. He served as management of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Lucknow, and also as the member on the Board of Governors of the Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata.
Commemoration of 80th anniversary of your club. Mr. Kothari, Vice President of Hindustan Club, Mr. Sanjay Goenka, Honorary Secretary of the club, Mr. C.S. Sardar, Honorary Treasurer of Hindustan Club, Mr. Kamal Ghelani, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry I am not able to address you all while addressing from the podium. I developed a little bit discomfort while I reached airport. Travel came down from the aircraft. Anyway, these are the regular things which may happen to anybody. Sometimes I feel a little bit misfit also. Misfit in the sense your club, not only your club, but most of the clubs, they belong to the elite class of the society. While as against it, I come from a very, very humble background. But today, as you all know, Mr. Rishabh Kothari, your newly elected president, he has been associated with me for a long time. And in fact, my main event at Kolkata will be tomorrow to inaugurate the Ramakrishna Mission University building. So when Mr. Kothari learned about it, so he made a request if I can make it convenient to attend your club also. I said yes, it will be my pleasure, and that is why I am. First of all, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the newly elected office bearers. This is a responsibility, especially the newly elected office bearers. You have to not only to maintain the legacy of the club, but go a little forward. Friends, Hindustan Club, I was told, was formed at a time when the British established clubs dominated the social landscape of the city. But amidst this, a group of patriotic visionaries came together with a dream to create a space that truly resonated with the soul of India. Ladies, a dynamic present and an ambitious vision for the future. India's journey over the last 2 decades has been nothing short of extraordinary. We have moved from being an aspiring nation to an inspiring nation. The world is taking notice of India not just as a market but as a world leader. This transformation did not happen by chance. It is the result of bold decision making, strategic vision, and the unwavering commitment of both the government and the people of India. Our people today stand at the crossroads of history, ready to shape a future where India, that is Bharat, is not in them. Friends, the most remarkable dimension of the India story has been the fact of 25 crore people coming out of poverty in the past decade. Until the mid-1990s, almost half our country was living under the international poverty line. Some of the recent estimates suggest that we have nearly eliminated the most extreme forms of poverty. In a decade, India has undergone a digital transformation, making government services more accessible and convenient for citizens. Gone are the days when citizens needed to queue up in government offices for long hours to access even the basic services. Most of you aged 40 and above would clearly remember that not so long ago we had to wait a long time, sometimes years, to get even scooters, telephone connections, gas connections, etc. Truly we have come a long way. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, leakage of government subsidies was a major cause of concern in the past. The situation was so bad that the former Prime Minister of the country has gone on record to say that out of 1 rupee spent by the government for welfare of the downtrodden, only 15 paise actually reaches those persons for whom it is meant. Over the past decade, our country has taken a revolutionary leap in delivery of welfare benefits to the needy. Jan Dhan, Aadhaar, and Mobile. These three factors, which we call Trinity, has ensured that government benefits reach the intended beneficiaries without leakages, corruption, or delay. I am told that the Jan Dhan Yojana has enabled more than 54 crore people, especially in rural areas, to open zero balance bank accounts, bringing financial inclusion to their doorstep. With Aadhaar linked authentication, middlemen and fake beneficiaries are eliminated and beneficiaries. The digital banking revolution has further empowered people, allowing them to receive notifications, track transactions, and access financial services effortlessly. This powerful integration has ensured transparency, efficiency, and dignity to millions of Indians. Friends, a number of structural reforms have been brought to improve the ease of doing business in the country. A prime example is the GST, which replaced over 30 different taxes with a single unified tax system. The government has also streamlined rules and regulations to make governance more efficient and citizen friendly. I am told that over 1500 outdated laws that had lost their relevance have been abolished by our parliament. Government procurement was once plagued by wasteful spending and corruption, frequently making headlines in the media. To put an end to this, the government e-marketplace portal was introduced. Now all government departments list their requirements on this transparent digital platform, where vendors complete through an open bidding process. As a result, corruption has been significantly curbed, and I am told that the government has saved over rupees 1 lakh crore. Ladies and gentlemen, just one decade back, featured a smoke-filled room and teary-eyed women. Today, more than 10 crore households have received a gas connection under the Ujjwala Yojana, and LPG access has reached near saturation. Just a decade back also, Indian women barely had access to bank accounts. After the implementation of Jan Dhan Yojana, I am told that today more than 80% of Indian women have access to bank accounts and thereby have become part of the formal financial system. Today, our daughters are becoming fighter pilots, contributing to space exploration and winning medals at the international sporting events. Women have a better enrollment ratio in higher education than even men. Our parliament has enacted a landmark legislation, that is Nari Shakti Bandhan Adhiniyam, aimed at ensuring greater representation for women in the political decision-making process. From politics to business, sports to science, and technology to defense, Indian women have carved a significant place for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, if we take a look at the microeconomic front, we are the only major economy to double its GDP in the last 10 years. We have moved from being the 11th largest economy to the 5th largest economy and would soon be the 3rd largest economy. Our foreign exchange reserves have been substantial growth over the past decade, and today we have the 4th largest forex reserves in the world, standing at more than $650 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. It is the world's largest and most successful people-led, people-driven public movement of this century. In no time, crores of Indians work together to achieve a great feat. Over 12 crore, we all are people belonging to urban areas, but sometimes we should imagine the difficulties of our rural women and those who have your roots from rural areas. You must be realizing their difficulties. It has been rather inhuman for them. Construction of toilets has had far-reaching impacts even beyond sanitation. A report by UNICEF states that more than 90% of women now feel safer due to the construction of toilets at home. In thousands of schools across the nation, the school dropout rate of girls has decreased because separate toilets for girls have been built. Ladies and gentlemen, There was a time when we were seen by the world as a services exporter and a consumer market. But today we have started our journey towards becoming a manufacturing powerhouse. Take the mobile phone sector. In 2015, mobile exports were below $1 billion, but within a decade they have soared past 20 and network industry. The automotive sector is another shining example. We were once reliant on imports, but now we are exporting high quality auto components to countries like the UAE and Germany. Similarly, in the field of renewable energy, imports of solar cells and modules have declined, while exports have grown 23 times. Ladies and gentlemen, our journey has not stopped here. This shift is also visible in defense manufacturing. As a rising nation with vast borders and complex security challenges, self-reliance for critical defense needs is an absolute necessity for our country. We are no longer just an importer, but have emerged as a manufacturer of defense equipment. Today, we are exporting defense equipment to more than 80 countries across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, New India has gained immense respect at the global stage. Let me tell you about the experiences that I had when I visited foreign countries, as I was told that I had during my tenure as president to visit about 33 or 34 countries. Anyway, the respect which India used to receive, I myself felt and experienced. In many of the countries, when I made an official visit, there used to be a message from those countries to our Ministry of External Affairs that both Prime Minister as well as the President of that country, hosting country, they want to sit with the Indian President in their vehicle while going from airport to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, or we can say Presidential Palace, or the hotel which was supposed to accommodate us. And you see, that was a thing. In that case, both President and the Prime Minister of the hosting country, they used to receive me and perform all the rituals at the airport. And of course, the natural course of action would have been from my government, that is Government of India, to accommodate only the President. That is, he happens to be my counterpart, not the Prime Minister. Anyway, but Kovid, it was the Indian President who represented 140 crore people. And as against this, हमने भी सुना है, देखा भी है कि पहले के दशकों में जब इंडियन प्रेसिडेंट और प्राइम मिनिस्टर जाते थे, आज भी हमारे यहाँ पर यही है, हमने अपना यही रसूख बनाया हुआ है. Indian President never goes to receive any dignitary at the Delhi airport. Never goes. वो आते हैं, हम राष्ट्रपति भवन में उनको ऑनर करते हैं, गार्ड ऑफ ऑनर देते हैं, वो सब ठीक है, लेकिन हम उनको रिसीव करने नहीं जाते, एक मेंटेन किया हुआ. एनीवे, लेकिन ये डेवलप हुआ है, ये टेंडेंसी डेवलप हुआ, ट्रेंड डेवलप हुआ, एंड दैट शोज दैट वी हैव गॉट ए ग्लोबल वॉइस. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि कोई भी जाएगा इंडिया से तो वो रिसीव करने आएंगे, पहले क्यों नहीं होता था. अभी जो विषय मुझे थोड़ा सा दिया गया कि आई शुड एक्सप्रेस माई व्यूज ऑन द कंसेप्ट ऑफ विकसित भारत, डेवलप्ड इंडिया. एंड फ्रेंड्स, टुडे वी हैव इमर्ज्ड एज द वॉइस ऑफ ग्लोबल साउथ. And our voice is being heard at all the international platforms with great attention. No important decision is made without us at that table. और आज भी मैं कह सकता हूँ If there is a global decision where these Ukraine-Russia war or Hamas and Israel war, wherever they are, India's decisive voice cannot be. अभी ये 2 या 3 साल पहले की बात है जब रसिया और यूक्रेन का वार जब पीक पर चल रहा था, उस समय हमारे स्टूडेंट्स, इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स, आई वाज टोल्ड एट दैट टाइम आई वाज इन राष्ट्रपति भवन, आई वाज टोल्ड 24,000 स्टूडेंट्स. मैंने एक सवाल पूछा कि भाई ये 24,000 स्टूडेंट्स हमारे मेडिकल स्टडी के लिए जाते, क्यों जाते वहाँ, दूसरे कंट्री में क्यों नहीं जाते? तो मुझे बताया गया इट इज़ चीपर. एनीवे, लेकिन जो बात मैं आपसे शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे 24,000 बच्चे फंसे हुए थे, और हमारे ही बच्चे नहीं, पाकिस्तान के भी थे, चाइना के भी थे, इवन इंक्लूडिंग अमेरिकन भी थे, और वो निकल नहीं पा रहे थे. एंड इट वॉज ओनली इंडिया, दैट इज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ इंडिया. जब हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने उनसे कहा, यस ही मेड एन अपील कि भाई आप 24 आवर्स के लिए जो है आप ये युद्ध का सीज फायर कर दीजिए. एंड बोथ द कंट्रीज एग्रीड, रसिया एज वेल एज यूक्रेन. और हमने स्टूडेंट्स को एक ही बात को एडवाइस किया था कि आपके यूक्रेन के बॉर्डर्स जो हैं वो शायद 4 या 5 कंट्रीज के साथ में मिलते हैं. आप एक काम करिए, वेरेवर यू आर, यू मूव आउट ऑफ यूक्रेन एंड रीच द बॉर्डर. और उस बॉर्डर पर हमारे जो इंडियन एम्बेसी के लोग आपको तिरंगा झंडा लेकर के खड़े मिलेंगे. यू गो टू देम, दैट इज द लैंडमार्क सिंबल जहां आपको पहुंचना है. और वो पहुंचे, आप सरप्राइज ये करोगे कि जहां के लिए चाइना, रसिया एंड पाकिस्तान, उन कंट्रीज के बच्चों के लिए उन कंट्रीज की सरकारों ने हाथ खड़े कर दिए थे कि नहीं आप अपनी ओर से गए हैं एंड इट इज फॉर यू टू टेक योर ओन कोर्स टू रिटर्न बैक टू द कंट्री. वही नहीं आगे आया, बट इट वॉज इंडिया. एनीवे, इट वॉज ह्यूमन we can say humanitarian attitude, and we succeeded. और उसमें कभी कभी प्रधानमंत्री जी कहते भी हैं कि हमने वो 24,000 अपने बच्चों को तो वापस किया, उसके साथ ही साथ जो है वो हमारे जो इनिमिकल कंट्रीज है, पाकिस्तान और चाइना, उनके बच्चे भी उसी के सारे बाहर निकल आए. ये एक क्यों, ऐसा क्यों है? यस, वी हैव a voice and that is being heard now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, earlier this year the world witnessed a spectacle of faith, culture and organization. It is reported that around 66 crore people gathered and assembled in Prayagraj for the Mahakumbh. This was the largest human congregation on the planet. ये केवल इंडिया की बात नहीं है. 66 करोड़ लोग इस पृथ्वी पर कहीं अगर इकट्ठे हो सकते हैं तो वो था इंडिया, और इंडिया का प्रयागराज. उसमें आस्था से जुड़ी वो चीज़ें अलग हैं, सब चीज़, कई फैक्टर्स अलग अलग हैं. इवन फॉरेन कंट्रीज देयर स्कॉलर्स केम हियर टू मेक ए रिसर्च, टू मेक ए स्टडी. ये लोग कैसे इकट्ठे कैसे हो जाते हैं? अभी लोग इनवाइट करेंगे तो नहीं आएंगे, लेकिन ये दिस इज द क्वेश्चन ऑफ faith and our Indian culture. Who took a holy dip at the Triveni Sangam exceeded the total populations of several nations. इतनी जनसंख्या भी उन देशों की नहीं है जितने लोग यहाँ पर इकट्ठे हुए हैं. But beyond its spiritual significance, this grand event was a testament to India's ability to blend tradition and modernity. India's vision of becoming a developed nation is deeply rooted in its own unique development model, one that is embodies the essence of Bharatiyata. Bharatiyata means जिसको हम कहते हैं वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. The essence of Bharatiyata is reflected in a model that promotes cooperation between individuals, organizations and nations. A model that gives equal importance to economic growth, environmental sustainability, social justice and good governance. I am sure that with the talent of our people and the commitment of our government, we will celebrate the centenary of our independence in a developed India. I once again extend my best wishes to the newly elected office bearers of the Hindustan Club. Thank you for inviting me.